Hey guys, what's going on? It's Shadow here. It's a nice warm day. Definitely nice good day to kick out on the beach. Wait a minute. It's November, isn't it? It's been a while since I regularly uploaded. Well, just give me a good minute. I thought it was a lot warmer today. Looks like I've been in a good hibernation for regular uploads. But I will be getting back on track with that. So let's get to the real video now. Hope you guys enjoy. So today, since I've noticed that we're getting a lot more people on this game and a lot more people have a lot of questions, we're going to be going over the basic tutorial. Next video is going to be basic gun work and such, but for now we're just going to get you guys all started up in the game, because I heard a lot of people have a lot of questions and a lot of them aren't being answered by our regular community, which is not good. So today, we're going to go over all the basics, and I guess we'll go over the advanced as well. So the simple stuff is just movement. You can just run around, sprinting. Jumping is a simple press of the X button, so obvious buttons, kinda. This is like the easy stuff. Crouching, of course, is just circle. And then kicking a door open is gonna be the next step, where you'll basically find these in your spawn points. They'll be usually all over the place, and now and then in missions you'll encounter an area where you need to kick a door open. So now I'll be taking you guys to a door right now, just to show you guys what it looks like. Some of them will be fences, other ones will be regular doors. Sometimes full metal doors, but for the most part they'll have the same basic double door look. Alright guys, so here is the door over here. The double door look as usual as explained earlier. All you gotta do is just walk up and just press square. Simple as that, easy as that, nothing more, nothing less. It's just a door, kick it down. You just want to be careful for what's on the other side of the door. It can be used as for some nice cover. You can also throw grenades by the door. So now we're going to go into the next step.
Get your Joker ammo here.
Alright, so now we are off to map navigation. Map navigation is really good for finding stuff in a tough spot. You don't really necessarily always need to like pull up your map in combat. Your mini-map will also update depending on what you have selected for your main map. So as you can see on the right hand side we have the legend, and you can kind of like pan in and out with this map. But you can change on what you see on the map, so that'll also change your mini-map section, allowing you to see whatever you selected. I personally run the loadout I have right now, but you want to have basic stuff like contact mailbox. You want to probably have the fence and chop shop at the beginning, because you're going to be a little bit new, so you want to know where those are. And also the money laundry, so when you get the dirty money that I'll explain later, you can run around with that. Getting the good cash in a small way. It's a good way for, I guess, a start to get yourself some base money. Alright, so now we're going to be showcasing the next step, mailboxes. Mailboxes are a good item to go get your items from whatever you purchased on the social market, or if you've gotten, say, Joker tickets from fighting in Fight Club, or just any item in general that has been mailed to you. Usually other players can also mail items to you, so say I'm helping out a new player, I sent them a bunch of modifications and stuff for their character, they can just hop right over here and grab an item. Simply, you'll see an item on your left hand corner of the message, and then you just click square and then receive your item. Or press in this case, you don't really click on a controller. So over here, I'm showing off the interface. It's a pretty simple system for the inventory. Heading over to that section that I just got on just now, shows off the modifications. This is the spot for orange mods or your activation mods. And the field supply is what you're going to be given in equipping. So it's a pretty simple process. Field supply also gives you the ability to restock your ammo wherever you're at. Just keep in mind that you're going to be a sitting duck if someone's walking up around the corner with a gun. Also keep in mind if you're by a Joker ammo box and you try to go into your inventory sometimes, you could freeze. So try and limit the amount of times that you're going to be using your UI or anything that brings up another screen. Also, make sure you reset your app if you're getting to the point where your game is starting to frame every time you shoot. This is how you buy ammo, just pressing square on the Joker box ammunition section. You only really have to do this once, because after that, your ammo kind of just replenishes itself and takes the money automatically out of the account. So now that we're done with all that, we're going to start talking about the next section. And that is combat. It's basic, simple stuff. Nothing really too complex about it. It's all kind of self-explanatory. I'd say the only thing that it really needs explaining would probably be leaning, because emptying your magazine, equipping grenades, which you'll get from your mailbox, throwing grenades, it's kind of just self-explanatory, and using your field supply will be one of your D-pad buttons, and it's all pretty simple stuff in this section, nothing really too complex at all. So like I said, leaning, you can just lean into any corner that you find, which is pretty nice. It's a pretty good advantage. Just make sure if you're by a car, just kind of pop in and out. You can't really lean on your vehicles. You can't really lean on poles either, so as you can see, can't really lean on that. But a good thing to know is that you can see a trash can over there or a mailbox on the street, and you can lean right behind those. Just keep in mind the players can damage those items and then break right through and start melting you, so always keep careful when you're using these as cover. A good way to like run away is use those staircases right next to me if this kind of messes up and goes south. On to the next. We are now going to talk about vehicles. Vehicles are a really nice thing to use, especially your beginning vehicle, because you can kind of spawn on it, so using your missions gives you an advantage to get close to the objective. Just walk to any car spawn, which as said on the map earlier will appear on your map when you have it, so you can see the little car on my mini map for those brief seconds that I put it up for. And simply, you just press square on it and that's it. You will have your car spawned up and you'll see player vehicle above it. It'll also show through the map or wherever you're at on your UI that you'll have your car wherever you left it. So it'll say how far it is, where it is exactly, etc. So on to the next part. Gonna be showcasing the missions. It's not really complex at all. Missions are literally self-explanatory except for the contact part. Contact part, you kind of just walk up to the guys that were on the desk earlier that I'll be running back to in a minute when we do the mugging and kind of just stealing from shops. It's pretty simple. Just walk up to them, press square again, then do the pledging or accept their daily mission. You can also do it from your menu, which I'll show later on for an advanced tutorial. Now here's the advanced section. Mugging a person, you just look for a random NPC that's walking around. No players can be mugged unless it's the Easter event. You just simply press square and you start mugging. Mugging is a good way to make some simple cash for starter players and get yourself with some base money. As you get their nice little base money, you can start using that money to possibly invest and possibly buy certain clothes and sell them to other players. You can also ram stores, and ramming stores will allow you to also get a lot more money, but it has a higher chance of you being spotted by the enforcers. So if you ever see a guy with a little like blue icon on his name, always try and avoid them. Try and stick to a low traffic area, and then once you ram raid an area, just pick up the item, bring it back over. The small items you can keep on your inventory, but the bigger items you're going to have to use a nice little truck or van for. And that was one of the contacts earlier that I delivered it to. As you could see that my $60 went up to $90 because he got the supply. At one point you're going to need to get that much cash, the good 2,500, then drop off the stash. And getting up to Notoriety 4 and 5, you can keep mugging people or ramming shops, or kill players in missions by readying up by pressing the up button on your controller. Killing a Prestige 5 enforcer is situational, so don't really worry about it too much until you see one. You'll find them on the map once you see them appear on your little bottom left screen. And then for the most part, advanced combat's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be killing with basically any weapon in the game, as long as it's falling under that class. And I'll also have a guide on that later of what's good guns to run and such for each class. Missions, pretty simple stuff. You'll get this over time, don't even worry about it. I'm just showing it off on screen now so you can kind of see what the tips are and what you're going to basically be doing for that. Progression wise, you gotta just basically play the game once again. You get this over time, especially with the rolls. The more you use one gun, the higher the roll on that gun can get. So say if I play assault rifle a lot, you'll be getting that unlocked. Fight Club's a good area to get some Joker tickets to rent some guns. So say if you're claiming pay to win 24/7, it's a good way to basically get a good gun to run around with for a week or so. In social, you can also create clans. So this is also an area where you can also buy guns, buy clothes from players, buy just decent stuff and whatnot. It's where all like the socialization happens, all the chill time. But buying from Joker Distribution and social as well is where you'll get those good guns that you can mess around with. So people who go, oh man, you got an A tag, well you can just pick up an A tag. It's not like a big deal. We also got regular social stuff over here. So it's the simple stuff like go to your garage, customize your car, customize your wardrobe and such. If you guys get stuck on that, leave a comment, and I'll be showing you how to do an emote real quick. Just simply go to the emote tab after that, little bottom tab on your options, and then just pick whatever emote you want and done. Emotes are usually used in social a lot more, but sometimes I like to add a little bit of style in emote on a mission or so. So it's always nice to emote and such. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the first guide for tutorial. And leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll see if I can get to it as soon as I can. And you guys all have a good day.